Hello, my name is Mike Gray, and welcome to another 5 Minute Message, and welcome to a rainy day here in Phoenix, Arizona. The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 23 says, "Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble." Oh, I wish we could do that. I know I've had a hard time doing that through my life. My mouth gets me into more trouble than anything I can think of. But it is something that we really need to work at because the tongue can be a terrible thing, but it can also be a wonderful thing. It's like any other tool. When used properly, it can be such a blessing. But when used improperly, it can do such destruction and damage. What am I talking about? How can the tongue get us into so much trouble? Simple things like lying, gossip. Gossip is terrible. Telling people about something that you've done or something they thought you have done. It just gets bigger and bigger, and you end up paying the price for it. And you don't even know what's going on. So that's the bad part about it. Can't even defend yourself. Or cursing. And I'm not talking about foul language, but just talking down to someone, belittling someone, telling them that they can never amount to anything. There's no sense even trying. There's a story of a father who, every time his son would stumble or trip or make a mistake, he would go, "Boy, you're a clumsy child. Why are you so clumsy all the time? You're always clumsy." And it sunk into him until one day he was playing baseball and swung and missed the ball and kind of tripped a little bit and said, "I can't play baseball. I'm just clumsy." Those things stick with people. It sticks with them and helps develop who they become. So the tongue can do so much damage when it's used improperly. In the book of James, chapter 3, verse 10, it says, "From the same mouth comes blessings and cursings." My brother, these things ought not to be so. He's absolutely right. It's amazing how out of one person can ridicule and belittle someone, and a moment later they can be telling God how much they love God, they praise God. How can you get praising and cursing out of the same mouth? It's just not right. But that's where we need to take control of our tongue. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, it says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as good for the building up as it's the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." See, we can control our tongue and not let that corrupting language, that belittling language, that evil gossiping language come out of our mouth, and control it so that it can only benefit the hearer, make them stronger, make them better, encourage them. That's what we can do with our lips, and we have that ability. We just have to train ourselves to do so. In the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 30, it says, "The mouth of the righteous utter wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice." See, that's the great thing. We can be that word of wisdom to people. We can help them along the way, help them avoid some of the pitfalls that we made with our tongue by being that voice of wisdom for them, using our lips to benefit people as opposed to tear them down. In the book of Psalms, chapter 141, verse 3, it says, "Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips." We all need to say this prayer and ask God to help us use our lips for good and praising and uplifting people rather than tearing them down and lying and backbiting and all the evil things that can come with that. We all take charge of our lips and be encouragements to others. Thank you for watching.